stop me. Links is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Freshest Move Boxing TV. Best boxing show in Las Vegas, bringing you, covering all the major fights, insights, analysis, money lines to get you paid, real deal, combining sports, finances, mental health. Just follow us on our journey, guys. Like and subscribe.
Let's go.
We like to start the episodes before we get into big.
I'm excited. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of boxing.
A lot of boxing coming up. Super big week. And Freshman, how was your week, man? How you feeling? You ready?
I'm feeling good, man. Ready to get after it. Talk some boxing and touch on these men's mental health tips.
Let's get it. All right, so we like to start off with...
AKA Real Talk.
I like to call it Real Talk. Yeah, Real Talk, man. Real Talk. Yeah. So the other day I was, I don't really get to play video games a lot.
Absolutely.
And I was playing this video game, and I noticed that I was beating it, and it was cool, but it was a little too easy. And it wasn't giving me any satisfaction. Okay. And so I'm like, but I liked the game. The game, it was a good game. It was a cool game, RPG game. So I went and I changed the settings to like harder. Okay. Cause then when I started beating it, then I was beating the bad guys. It was giving me more satisfaction knowing that it was a little bit harder for me to do, right? And I say that
good things don't come easy, So
you
got to challenge yourself sometimes. And
I say that to say, don't fool yourself to think that you want things to be easy. Because you really don't. You really don't. And instant gratification definitely will kill you. It will kill you. Won't bring you where you're trying to go. So that's what I got for you guys today.
And I feel as though, I'm adding to it, men should seek out, you should seek mentorship and just seek help, if anything, that doesn't make you weaker as a man. It can help you develop and get to where you're trying to go. If you're getting game from somebody that's been there before, there's nothing wrong with that. So, like I say, you should tap into your resources and talk to people and just don't be in a shell or think that just because you're one way, that's how you got to stay. You can get outside the box and do more.
Right. It's time to get it, man. We don't got time to play right now. I read an article yesterday, Yahoo Finance. This is in a bunch of financial spaces right now. For the millennials, the Gen Zs, we're going to need about $3 million in savings. To live comfortably, by the time we're at retirement, we're gonna get about $3 million in savings. And if it's coming out in these financial segments, it's not a joke. They're talking about inflation and how 30 years from now, that's what you're gonna need to live comfortably.
It's gonna just keep going up and up.
So I say that to say, man, we ain't got time to play. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Strap in.
Don't go out on that weekend, Sit down and get to the bag.
Sit your ass down, boy.
Exactly.
All right, so let's get into this boxing, man. Super excited. We're gonna start off with not only because we're gentlemen, but because it is the biggest fight this week, biggest fight all month, really. Even though we got tons of big fights, but nothing more major than this. Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall are headlining at the O2 Arena in London, and this is historic. It's going to be the first all-women card. Yeah. And it's going to be, not only it's undisputed. It's going to be for undisputed at middleweight.
And a lot of bragging rights because, how she's talking about that 2012 Open she put on her. So that's Marshall, that is. Talking about Shields, you guys know, if you don't know, Marshall beat her in the amateurs. And she's
only blemish.
She's still running. She's still running with it, and as she should. But like I say, Shields said that I'm not even there anymore mentally. So we got some fireworks going to happen. And I think it's going to be a big one. But
look, so Claressa Shields, start off with her, man. She's self-proclaimed GWOAT, greatest woman boxer of all time.
Whoa.
The GWOAT. I love it. She's big, very passionate, big talker. And
as she should, though, because
she
got the skills, she got everything, She got the defense, the offense, the movement, She can talk.
Two gold medals. Only man or woman to be undisputed two weight classes at the same damn time.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So in Savannah, man, what to say about Savannah? I like her calmness, her coolness. I like the girl. She's cocky. She kind of gets under Claressa Shields' skin a little bit, knowing that she gave her that loss, and she reminds her of it every time.
Not even about getting under her skin, though. You know, you see her style when she fights. She got that unorthodox Tyson Fury kind of. I mean, that's
Peter Fury is in her corner.
That will give people trouble, you know. So like, you got to keep all accountability, you know. Like, yes, she's good and she's great, but you know, she's gonna have trouble with that kind of style. So like I say, fights. What did they say? Styles make fights. And this was a good one. You don't want to miss it because you never know what could happen. Shields saying she's gonna knock her out, and she was saying something in the interview that I seen that she was kind of upset that her trainer Fury knows, like, oh, she knows that I'm very defensive and I'm very good. I got punching power and stuff like that, because now I know that they're gonna come.
It feels like her trainer Peter Fury, they've been waiting for this fight.
Yeah,
you know, they've been waiting for this fight. They kind of have a game plan, and Savannah has a good jab. You know, good power. It's a big girl. Movement side to side, long. I mean, it's just gonna be definitely a challenge, and really great to see Claressa just showcase everything that she can do and bring to the table on Saturday, September 10th. You don't want to miss it. You can go watch it on, I believe it's, let me look at here. It's nowtv.com. Nowtv.com. You can pay. I
don't know what time.
£12.
What time will it be at?
You can pay for a day pass. So day pass is 12. It's 12 pounds in British. It's like $13 or something like that, US dollar. Actually, yeah, something like that. It's like $13, and it gets you a day pass of Sky Sports, and you can watch the fights. It's gonna be a great night of boxing.
Let's make no mistake. This is for the GOAT in women's boxing right here. Who wins this has all the bragging rights. And,
that's right.
You know, they wear the big pants over there. So let's
right.
get to it. It's going to be good, man.
Definitely excited. So, yeah. Guys, make sure you don't miss it. Let's get into this next one. Wilder is back. Yes, Barclay Center. Back where he got all those knockouts. NYC. Brooklyn.
Stand up.
Back at the Barclay. And coming off of a devastating loss.
Well, I don't mean to cut you off, but it wasn't. I feel as though that was his toughest opponent, and he gave it his best. I was actually at the Wilder.
No shame in that.
Huh?
No shame in that.
No shame in that. I was there. You know, he really fought his heart out. He gave it his all, and he came up short. So you got to move on, and it's time to bounce back. He's fighting his old sparring partner, so they know each other. They know their tendencies and all that. So it could make for a great one. They got a lot of respect for each other too. I don't know if you guys know that.
Wilder leading up to this fight, he's by the way, he's fighting Robert Helenius is October 15th on Fox pay-per-view. October 15th, so that's coming up. And Helenius is a tough guy. He's a little bit of a slow, moves a little slow, but he packs a punch. He's not going to go out there and lay down. And just like you said, they're all sparring partners, so he does know Wilder as well. Exactly. But does Wilder have the heart is what I want to know. He's going to have to use his agility. He's gonna have to use his quickness, his speed.
Well, now he has to see that, it's not all about punching power. So now he has to put some skill behind it. So hopefully in this time away, he's been working on his defense and, working on some more offense instead of just walking straight forward, trying to throw that left hook straight. You know what I mean?
Helenius keeps his left hand down a lot, I've noticed. So I'm expecting fireworks October 15th. Let's see if Wilder got what it takes. I believe this is going to be a title eliminator type of fight as well. They're going to announce the title eliminator if they haven't. So for like maybe the WBC or some type of title.
Like you said, this guy's not coming to lay down, and he's going to put up a fight. And this is a fight Wilder should win,
right?
But he should do it in an impressive fashion if he's going to make any kind of run in this heavyweight division, because, like I say, it's pretty stacked up right now, and it's a tough one. So he has to get impressive, and he just can't depend on his power anymore. He needs to show a little bit more.
He needs to show. Yeah, and I mean, he has the right trainer. So let's see. Absolutely. It takes a while for a trainer to actually make a difference in a boxer. But Wilder started boxing late in his adult life.
And it's very impressive what he did in his career.
That's right.
To think about that. So
that's right.
We still give him credit. Hats off to my man Wilder out there.
That's right. Bomb squad.
We see you, boy.
All right. So talking about, like you just said, making a statement and showing up. On the undercard, we got Caleb Plant.
Oh man.
We got Caleb Plant, Anthony Dirrell. Caleb
you
Plant.
See his bad blood there. It's real bad blood.
Bad blood. Caleb Plant coming from his loss to Canelo Alvarez. Definitely has a lot to prove. He wants to show that he's still got what it takes to be on top. I believe against his fight, Anthony Dirrell, 2-time world champion. But Anthony Dirrell's been through some wars, man.
Anthony Dirrell is very rugged. He's there to fight. I mean, he got beat by Benavidez, but I mean, he didn't just lay down.
Losses.
I've seen Benavidez walk through dudes, and Dirrell was hanging in there for a while. So Caleb Plant is going to have to, after coming off a loss from Canelo, I mean,
he's going to have to win in impressive fashion, bro.
He's going to have to be impressive. He has all the skills to do it. Is he going to show up and show out, or is he still have that thought in his head of that beating he took in November last year?
Nah, he's not going to have that. But I think his team they've been working. One thing, he could really box. He just needed that extra pop of power, I would say, to really get guys out of there, or make guys respect him. And
now they're going to keep walking through him.
And we'll see what happens, but I think he has to get a knockout, man. He has to stop Anthony Dirrell for people to care. To be honest with you, because we gotta care about you again. You need to have a sensational fight and performance.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into this next one, guys. We have just announced Zurdo Ramirez versus
Bivol.
Dmitry Bivol for November 5th.
I really like this one. I mean, I just really like Bivol, and I like what he did with Canelo. And you can add on Ramirez. What do you think about Ramirez?
I like Ramirez, man. He's long. He could really box. He goes to the body well. He up and down.
Now with him, I don't mean to cut you off, but with him, he's 44-0, but he doesn't have the background of fighters of high caliber fighters, but he still has an impressive record, and I believe it was a lot to do with promotional issue, and we touched on that. And then I just think that this is his big opportunity to step in and show out. And is he going to show out? It's in Abu Dhabi too, by the way.
Abu Dhabi, Saudi's back with it. Big fight.
They're promoting this.
What's your early predictions, man? Give us something. You want to?
I don't want to give a prediction on this one. I just say that I think Bivol is going to come, because when I've seen the styles, this is going to be a clash because they both like to walk other fighters down. So who's going to be backing up off of this one? That's my thing,
I think.
But Ramirez is coming off of being 168. Bivol has always been 175, so he's the bigger man. What's going to happen? I mean, it's going to be fireworks, I think, because just off of Ramirez having this is my moment, I can't let this go, and Bivol I just beat Canelo, you ain't taking this from me right now, you know what I mean?
Right. Right. Bivol has this in and out style that he uses. A lot of times you wish he would kind of put the pedal to the metal and get guys out of there. And he sometimes he just lets guys hang around. With Zurdo, he's a different type of dude. He's gonna bring it to you, and you're gonna have to be there and respond. He's not coming to lay down. We saw him in the earlier press conference. Zurdo looked huge. I mean, he's tall, big dude,
but he's still a smaller guy as far as fight wise. Bivol's been 175. He's coming from 168. That's Ramirez, that is. He's coming from 168, but he got a lot to prove. So let's see what happens. I mean, what's your prediction?
I like Ramirez. I like Ramirez's skills. I just like it. I like boxing, but I think that Bivol just he just lets guys hang around. Sometimes he's too he just doesn't get aggressive enough to really just get guys out of there, as he should.
I see what you're saying. I think he could have got Canelo out of there, but he was just toying with him a little bit,
Yeah, he's too cautious. He's very cautious.
Then again, you got to look at it like this, man. He is on top of the world in his mind right now because what he did, and I don't think he wants nobody to take that away. So he's going to train hard, and who knows, we might get a different Bivol that night. So my prediction is, I'm going Bivol. Again,
November 5th on the Zone for the WBA World Light Heavyweight title. So it's going to be fireworks, guys. Tune in to that as well. We'll be covering a little bit more of that later on. But I'm super, super excited for that fight.
Absolutely.
All right, let's. And speaking of which, I don't know if you want to touch on it right now, but I guess we'll talk about Canelo later. But he did say that if Zurdo wins, that he's not really interested in fighting, another countryman, a Mexican champion, if he does win.
I'm jumping, man. I don't respect that, man. Like I say, if you're the best, you fight the best. If he beats Bivol, you should be fighting him. But hey, you already lost to Bivol, so I mean, you got kinks in your armor. I'm just slashing at Canelo right now.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
If you're the best, you fight the best. We want to see those fights. That's it. That's all it is.
Why do you think that is? Because he doesn't bring the same energy to let's say, a Benavidez. Now, David Benavidez been calling Canelo out, and he doesn't tell Benavidez, I'm not going to fight you because you... is it because David Benavidez is Mexican-American?
I wouldn't even say that. I just think that, he's dancing around all these, these long fighters. Anybody that's long, he already knows he's going to have trouble with it. And we've seen that with Bivol. So I just think he's just, he's fighting people that he knows he can beat, if you ask me. I hate to say it because I don't want to take any away from Plant or Saunders, but that unification was cherry-picked to me.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's get into this next one. So I have Sebastian Fundora versus Ocampo, October 8th, Showtime. Sebastian Fundora, the towering inferno, guys.
Must-see TV for sure.
Must-see TV. The guy is 6'6", 19-0, 13 KOs.
Let me just give you an idea of what he is. He's as tall as Anthony Joshua, just way lighter, long, just 2 inches shorter than him. So imagine you fighting Joshua at super welterweight. I mean, he
doesn't use his reach.
He definitely comes forward.
He comes a come forward fighter. He's super exciting to watch. The kid is an anomaly. How does he make the weight? People have nightmares about how can he make that 154.
Just look at him when he's on the scale, like he looks like a freak. Hey, you get in there and he's just throwing all night. He doesn't get gas. He's at a good weight catch. He's at a good weight catch right now, and he can still do it, and he's banging. And he is the interim champ right now, I believe. So this fight's put him in line to fight
Jamel Charlo.
Absolutely.
If he's still a champion, when he has a fight coming up in January, so he can't duck him. So after this fight, if he's victorious, he will be in line to find Jamel.
For anyone, you know what I mean? He's so long and lanky, and he does have power, and he doesn't even use his reach. He comes to beat you up because he just comes to walk you down and bang you up. But his opponent, Ocampos, yes, he did lose to Spence at 147, but he's moved up to 154, and he's on an 11-fight win streak. So, look.
A lot of confidence.
You can't really... Yeah, he took an L, but, he's built his career back up, and now he's back at that pinnacle again, fighting the best. So, maybe he learned from
and he might have a chip on his shoulder. He was on pay-per-view, and he lost in the first round. Yep. He looked like he might have been giving Spence a little bit of trouble early in that first round, but then he were banging off. So, he's back in this bright Showtime.
He's back under the bright lights.
Main event.
And when it's going to count. And like I say, you can learn from his experiences. That doesn't mean he's down and out. You can bounce back. A true champion can make adjustments and bounce back from anything.
All right. Let's get into this next one. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, 16-0, 11 KOs versus Israel Gonzalez on the Canelo Triple G undercard main event for the WBC Super Flyweight. First title defense.
Trained by Robert Garcia.
His new. Robert Garcia's got a new star.
Like I say, he's not a great fighter yet, but in the route he's going, is he an average fighter? Not at all. And if he keeps going, he has all the talents and abilities to be great.
Very impressed by the kid's ring IQ.
Absolutely.
Got Rung Visai out of there. Stopped him.
And they were saying that he was supposed to be watching out for his power, and he turns around and stops him. So, that says a lot about him because, he came into an event, and they're saying he's going to get stopped, and he stopped him. So that just says a lot. He overcame adversity.
Very impressively. The kid he's electrifying, and it shows. He's on the co-main event to the biggest draw in boxing, which is still Canelo Alvarez. Absolutely. And they're the little guys. It's a card full of
they're coming to make a big wave in boxing that night.
They're coming to steal the show.
Absolutely.
Is what they're coming to do. So I'm super excited for Jesse Bam Rodriguez. See what he continue his first title defense.
Up and coming star.
Put on a great show.
And sky's the limits for him. Like I say, if he comes through and does his thing, just keep going further and keep going higher and growing and just.
Israel Gonzalez is a tough dude, man. Tough competitor. So he's definitely gonna have to, bring a good fight.
But I just feel as though after he just showed, he's seasoned, man. He showed that you put him in there with the best, and he just does his thing. So I'm looking for him to win in an impressive fashion. That's what I'm thinking.
Super excited, and as we know, Canelo Triple G still coming up. It's coming up soon. and you still. I know you love your Triple. I know you love Triple G, man. You won a lot of money on Triple G.
Let me get up on this mic, man. Stop playing with my guy. Put some respect on his name, man. And every great fighter does have a great fight left in him. You know, yeah, he hasn't been looking his best lately, but like I say, you know, he's training hard for this one. And this one means a lot to him because if you can pull this one off, I mean, that solidifies his career. So don't sleep on the old man. And Canelo, you better be ready. I've been watching, you know, I've been seeing your media workouts and stuff, so I know he's coming. Canelo's gonna come he's gonna come to fight, so.
We'll see. He said he's not even out of knockout, so we'll see then. But let's get into this next one. We wanted to really touch on real fast the junior welterweight division is on fire, guys. Yeah. We have crazy. We got a bunch of talent. Ryan Garcia,
Teofimo Lopez,
Regis Prograis. Obviously, Josh Taylor is still there, and then many more fighters.
I believe Josh Taylor is going to get out of there. So.
Josh Taylor wants to go to 147. He relinquished 3 of his belts. He has a rematch coming up against a guy that people are saying actually beat him, but he's going to rematch him. In the meantime, we got 3 belts out there that
need to be picked up. They need to be making some title eliminators or whatever.
The junior welterweight division is on fire.
And within the next year or two, you know, Devin Haney, Tank, they all should be moving up in there. So I don't think we're going to see those big fights at 135. We'll see him at 140.
That's right. And then Devin Haney moving up there, he's going to have to pick up belt after belt after belt. So we'll see if he can become undisputed one more time.
Yeah. It's going to be tough up there.
He's not staying at 135 after this. He's not interested in it after this fight. Okay. That's what he's saying. And if you see him in his weigh-ins, I mean, it looks like he needs to move up.
It's tough. As they're getting older, it's getting tougher for them to make weight. So, like I said, we got a lot of action in there, and we're definitely just covering everything and just putting pieces together. And when we know something, you'll know something. You know, it's just.
That's right.
It's going down.
All right, y'all. Like and subscribe. Follow us for more content. Stay up to date. And we'll be dropping more episodes week after week after week. So don't miss one. All right?